In today's session, which will be the last one on the chapter Union Legislature, we shall examine the parliamentary devices available to control the executive. That is, the devices available to control the proceedings while enacting the bill into an act. Another important function of the parliament is to control the proceedings of the executive, and there are mechanisms in place to do so. Let us study them. The first device is the questionnaire. Every sitting of either house begins with a questionnaire. Now, as the term suggests, this time is allotted for asking and answering questions. Asking questions is the parliamentary right of every member of the House, irrespective of which party they belong to. The objective behind this practice is to point out the shortcomings of the administration, to ascertain the thinking or to examine the purpose in formulating its policy, and in case a policy already exists, the purpose could be to make suitable modifications. Now, this is only for your information. The questions asked during the questionnaire could be of three kinds, namely starred, unstarred, and short notice questions. In short, I shall explain to you the difference between these three. A starred question usually is something of importance and requires an oral answer, thus allowing supplementary questions to follow. An unstarred question may be of less importance and it requires a written answer. Hence, no supplementary questions can follow. Again, a short notice question may be of importance and is asked with a notice of 10 days, but it must be answered orally. After the questionnaire, immediately follows the 0 hour. Now, you must be aware that 0 was given to the world by India. Similarly, the 0 hour is an Indian innovation. Let us take a look at what it is. The 0 hour starts around 12 noon and lasts until the transaction of the business, that is the discussion, is over. However, it is not formally recognized in the Indian parliamentary procedure. Matters of immediate importance about which written questions could not be asked with sufficient prior notice are raised during the 0 hour. Before we move on to the third device, let us first understand the meaning of the term motion. Now, in parliamentary terms, motion means a proposal made for the purpose of getting a decision from the House. It may be a proposal by a member to the House so that the House can take some action, or order an action, or express an opinion with regard to some matter. Now let us take a look at the third device, the calling attention motion. So this is used when a member wants to call the attention of a particular minister to any matter of urgent public importance. The minister may choose to give a brief statement or may ask for some time to make a statement later. Note that only matters concerning the union government can be raised through a calling attention notice. The next device is the short duration discussion. It is also known as the 2 hour discussion, as the time allotted for such discussion should not exceed 2 hours. Under Rule 193, a member is allowed to raise an important issue through discussion. At the end of the discussion, the minister concerned gives a brief reply. The next one is the adjournment motion. Now, in simple terms, adjournment means to put off something for later, to take a break, or to put something to a stop. Now, when there is an urgent matter of public importance, then a member may propose that the business of the House be adjourned for discussing that matter. This motion can be moved only with the permission of the Speaker. The purpose of an adjournment is to take the government to task for an act of omission or commission, meaning for something that they have done or not done, having serious consequences. Adopting this motion is regarded as a censure or critique of the government. And the next one is the motion of confidence or no confidence. Now, generally, these motions are moved to discuss major policy issues. The government moves motion of confidence to prove its majority, while opposition parties may move the no confidence motion to defeat the government. Besides these devices, the Parliament also controls the executive through various House committees. Very briefly, let us examine why are parliamentary committees needed? What is their role? Now, the executive is accountable to the Parliament. The Parliament oversees and scrutinizes the functions of the executive. However, it is difficult for the Parliament as a body to be thorough in its scrutiny due to various factors like pressure, its operational procedures, its multifaceted and complex administration and financial transactions, and so on. So, now over the years, the Indian Parliament has adopted the committee system. This has helped the Parliament with an extra hand. These committees have necessary powers to scrutinize the working of different departments of the government. Committees could be standing, which are more permanent in nature, like a financial committee, or they could be ad hoc, which are appointed only for a specific purpose. Once the purpose is served, the committee ceases. For example, an advisory or an inquiry type of committee. With this, we conclude the lesson Union Legislature.